Today, I'm going to tell you why I think the PO-33 is perfect for beginners.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Don Tomato. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. There are a lot of different entry points into the world of electronic music, especially in the budget category. Dozens of synths and drum machines all offer a great way to plant your feet firmly on the ground as a beginner. But what happens after you've grabbed a couple pieces of gear? Where do you go from there? Enter the PO-33. If you don't know what this is, it's a sampler and 4-track groove box all stuffed into this little calculator-looking form factor known as a pocket operator, and it retails for $99 US. Really quick, I just want to say here that obviously every beginner is going to be different. We are all different people, of course, so your mileage from the PO-33 or just this video in general may vary. Now, for a beginner, I feel that the PO-33 is a perfect way to tie a setup together and begin teaching you about using the sounds that you've created on other gear to make music. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say you started with something like a Korg Volca keys here. This is a great first synth in its own right, being able to make many different sounds. However, it is just a synth. We don't really have any way to do anything with those sounds after we've made them. The PO-33 allows us to sample the sounds of the Volca keys after we've made them, and then use those sounds to make different patterns. And yes, I do know that the Volca keys has a sequencer, but it is really not beginner-friendly, and it won't actually help you towards an overall composition like the PO-33 will. Better yet, we can sample many different sounds of the Volca keys into the PO-33 and use them together. We could sample a bass, a lead, some chords, and then combine them all in the PO-33 to begin making something cohesive. The same thing goes for any other gear we might have. We can take elements from that gear, sample them into the PO-33, and work on a composition. One of the best things you can learn as a beginner is how different elements of music work together, and I believe that the PO-33 is truly a great way to explore that. Now, the PO-33 is quite flexible when it comes to sampling. You can sample from either the line in or the onboard microphone here. This makes it very immediate, especially when it comes to rhythm. Want to focus more on your bass and lead interplay and want a simple metronome? Just pick up the PO-33, snap into the sampler, put it on the downbeats, and you're good to go. Want to use a drum loop you found online? Just match your tempos, sample it, and you're off and running. Or sample it without matching the tempos and play around with the slices instead. Also, at this point, yes, I would like to acknowledge there are mobile apps like Koala Sampler that will do this as well. But here at Freebeat, we primarily focus on hardware, and for less than $100, the PO-33 is unmatched in its immediacy and flexibility. One thing of note, the sound quality of the PO-33 is decidedly lo-fi, and that won't be for everybody. However, I feel that, again, for $100, the value of learning how to put different parts together with whatever gear you already have far outweighs that potential downside. Back on the positives, the PO-33 has a surprising bit of depth to it, but it's not unmanageable, even for a newcomer. There are a lot of different shortcuts, workarounds, and little tricks to learn, but you'll find committing them to memory to be highly rewarding. The pocket operators offer one of the fastest workflows of any device in general, and the PO-33 is probably the smoothest to work on out of the bunch of pocket operators once you get a few of those shortcuts down. You can almost look at it as the easiest way to start recording your sounds into songs. Although the 40 seconds of sampling time and 16 patterns for sequencing can feel limiting, musicians like HOOVER have proven that it's more than enough time to put out quality music. So if you are a beginner who's picked up a piece or two of gear and you're looking for the next logical step that won't break the bank, I highly recommend the PO-33 as your next purchase. Sample your favorite sounds off of the gear you just started out with and begin writing your first proper song. If you are looking for PO-33 tips and tricks, guides, and more, be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. I've got a lot of pocket operator content here. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.